Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot to do. Did you do your thing?
Yep.
You remember? Do you remember?
Come over here, Edith. Come on. Come over here. All right, you go right down the floor. Yes, right on the floor, on the floor. On the floor, right down there, Edith. Stay right there, Edith. Hey, stay right there and eat it. Stay right there and eat it.
It is what it is. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. What is going on?
I'm Angela.
I am Ron.
And we are
Chatter of Opinion. So what do we got today? What are we talking about?
All right. So today we're talking about when you're struggling financially.
Right.
What costs is it that you eliminate or cut?
Okay.
Right? Like what is it that you just get rid of or lower or anything like that because you're struggling and we have to save a few dollars or a lot of dollars.
So in a financial situation,
yes,
you have to make sacrifices. Things are going to get cut. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But what is it that gets cut first? And who has to take that hit?
And what are you willing to cut?
Right. Everyone in a relationship thinks what they got going on is more important than the other person. No matter if it's materialistic, no matter if it is the difference between a want and a need. What you think is a need, I might consider just a want. That's and vice versa. You know what I mean? So when it comes to something that you are, I guess, heartfelt about, I'm just like, whatever. That's not even that important. We can get rid of that. But it might mean something to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in today's economy, we always hear about the inflation and inflation being high, which causes individuals, families to have to pull back on certain items. No matter what it is that you can name, you start looking at your budget for the month, for the year, and so forth, and you start pulling back things that you might consider things that you do not necessarily need in your life. Yes.
It's not going to kill us,
right.
Get rid of, or at least even if it's temporary, okay, for 6 months, I'm going to do this, or instead of doing this 4 times a month, I'm going to cut it back to 2 or whatever the case may be.
Right. So in today's conversation, we're going to talk about some of those things that
maybe on the chopping block.
Yeah, maybe on the chopping block in your household. And I want to know if you have had this discussion, past or present, on
or had fights about it.
Things that need to be cut when it comes to your budget in your relationship. Have you ever faced that point where you say, hey, do I get this or do I eat? Do I drive to work or do I walk? Do I ride my bicycle or do I work out in my garage or do I keep my gym membership? Something like that. You know what I mean?
Those are good examples.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So that is today's topic. When it comes down to your financial situation, something needs to be cut. What are those things that will go first?
So shall we go down our list?
Yeah, we have a list.
These are not by importance of what we think is like this should go first, or we're just naming off a few that we came up with. feel free to chime in. Feel free to let us know if you have cut any of these, or if you think that should be cut, or it's worth keeping, or if you've had a fight with your significant other.
Right. And
cutting
I
it.
would love to know if there's something that
You're
you
not
don't
willing
necessarily
to?
want necessarily need,
Mhm.
but you spend quite a bit of money on this
Mhm.
in a month, you know what I mean, or on a weekly basis. Something that you don't want to get rid of, you know you should get rid of, and you spend quite a bit of money on it.
Okay. So
What's number one?
first one we have is fitness, gym
Okay.
memberships, things like that. Maybe food service type things for, people count macros. Yeah, like they go pay their meals. I know a few people at work, they go to those places where they do your macros and you pay
Okay.
for those meals. They're pricey.
Yeah, but is that for gym membership, or is that just meals in general? Can you consider that eating out?
Okay.
Right. Can you consider that? Because you don't
I just feel
necessarily.
it's more towards fitness, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you could consider it eating. I don't think people would consider it eating out because it's specific for a goal. So they're like, yeah.
But
maybe.
right, because
Yeah, I
and
get
not
it.
just eating out, because that is necessarily their meal. So that's
But
just like
also,
going grocery
they're
shopping.
right, but yes, you're right. It could fall into the food category. Then we'll talk about it then.
Right. But gym memberships, fitness in general, there's a lot of things that are associated with fitness. The average, what we looked at of fitness membership, they said is about $58 a month, which comes out to between like $500 and $700 a year. Now, I don't pay $50 something a month. I think mine is like 40 something bucks.
48.
And I don't go to the top notch though.
No.
There's one down the street, and it was $99 or more for a membership. With the military discount, it came up to like 70 something dollars for me, which I refuse to pay. But some people do pay it because the parking lot is always full.
Yeah.
So $58 to me, when it comes to a gym membership, unless you're going to like a Planet Fitness, or we have Choose here, which is like $9, $10, maybe $20 a month.
Minimum, yeah.
Yeah, unless you're going to one of those.
Do they have levels at Choose?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you have the wet area, this, that, and the other. You can pay the bare minimum. I think it's like $9.99, $10 or whatever. However, $58 for a gym membership to me is low.
Yeah.
I think they
because
are way
here
more
we
than
have the what and wellness.
Sports and wellness.
Sports
That's what I'm
and
saying. $100 with the military discount. It was going to cost me 70 something bucks.
Oh, did you say sports and wellness?
I didn't say the name.
You say, okay,
yes.
that's why I'm like, wait, maybe I missed that. Did I zone out? Guys?
Yeah. So $58. That's kind of on the low end when it comes to gym memberships.
Well, not even that. Like, so me, I work out here at home. We have a gym here at home that I use, and I keep saying I'm going to increase my weights, like getting heavier weights. And since COVID, weights per pound has really increased.
Yeah, used to be $1 for $1, $1 per pound, but now, or a little less than $1 per pound.
Putting it off because I'm like, I'm not willing to pay that.
Along with gym memberships, though, on what you were saying to begin with, comes supplements, maybe protein. Like creatine, whatever it is that you're involved in, and that stuff is not cheap as well. But can I deal without a fitness? Yeah, can I deal without a gym? Yeah, there's a lot of things that you can do at home, but the results of what you have or what you're looking at might not be the same. All right.
I don't know. The other day I burned $600 calories in my gym here at the house.
But that's cardio.
I didn't do cardio.
No, I'm just saying, if you're talking about burning calories, that's cardio. Building muscle is two different things. You see what I'm saying?
Correct. Why I'm trying to get heavier weights and I'm just being tight.
All right. So what's next?
Do we want to? We have a comment. Do we want to?
Go ahead.
Add that, or should we just add on to it?
Go ahead.
Okay. So Crystal says another thing that may be eliminated, which I agree, is housekeeping, a cleaner. What do you mean?
You better not agree that you would eliminate it.
I did eliminate it. When did I eliminate it? Guys, we're doing Italy in a few months. It is so expensive. So guess who's been cleaning my house the last couple weeks? Me. We normally have a house cleaner, and I had to let her go at least until we return.
The last couple of weeks, she just said.
I know, and I'm dying.
and,
I'm dying. I hate
and it's,
cleaning.
it
Not
was
that
always,
I don't hate
wait, hold on
cleaning,
now. It was always a joint effort as far as cleaning the
Yeah.
house.
Yes.
Somebody decided to get a housekeeper, cleaner, or whatever you want
When
to
my
call it,
mom
a cleaning crew.
Passed, we got a cleaner, and I loved it.
But it is a lot of work to do, and it's time consuming. Well, it's a little
When you
work,
do it yourself.
little work to do, and it's time consuming when you do it yourself. So you have you have to decide: do you want to spend the time to do it, or spend the money to do it?
I'd rather spend the money to do it. Because to me, in a weekend, you only get 2 days off. I don't want to spend one of those days cleaning.
Right. Charlene doesn't either. She says, I'm not
See?
giving up house cleaners.
Yes, I agree, Charlene. Trust me, but
Okay, so
we're doing it just temporarily.
on an average basis, how much money, if you're in a financial situation, how
Yeah.
much money do you spend on housekeeping? Just on the average. You don't have to put how
Well,
much you
I
spend.
feel like mine has been a little cheaper than what I hear other people's, but I hear it's between like 160 to 180, not including tip.
Right.
And some people do that every 2 weeks.
But that depends on the size of your house as well,
Correct.
and what you want them to do. Eric says he's not
Nope, on
giving up the
housekeeping,
housekeeping as
keep it.
well.
I know, Eric, but yes, I know.
So housekeeping, if
I'm
you look
struggling.
at and how often would you get your house cleaned? Some people do it like what, every 2 weeks.
Some do it every 2 weeks. Some do it once a month.
So you put 150 every 2 weeks. That's $300 a month that you're
Mhm.
spending on house cleaning
Cleaning.
when you can do it yourself to cut back on your financial situation.
And that's what we chose to do for a couple
what
couple months.
you chose to
Only
do.
until October.
Anyway, what's
All
next?
right, next one, coffee.
Oh, the
That
ever so popular
Starbucks
coffee.
run, Dutch Bros, all the coffee.
Starbucks. People spend on the average, and I'm not a Starbucks.
Yeah,
Starbucks
and this
person.
to me is low, but this is what we found online.
What is it?
Average per month is $40, and per year is $480.
On
I think that's
if you
low.
go to Starbucks every day,
at least $7
a day.
a day.
You see what I'm saying? There's
Yeah.
no way that's $40 a month.
No, I'm just saying this is that's the only reference that I got. But hearing other people or knowing how much coffee costs, even if you went 4 times out of the, because say on the days I'm at home, I don't go get coffee, and some do, but some make it at home on those days, right?
Okay.
So it's pricey.
But buying coffee from your local grocery store and making it on your own has a less cost than you going to a Starbucks or
Totally.
a Dutch Bros
I
or Baskin Robbins. What's that other spot that people get coffee from? The donut spot?
Oh,
Dunkin' Donuts or Walmart or
Yeah.
McDonald's, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. So coffee, $480 a year is on the low end.
I think so too.
I think
Chime in if you spend more than that.
Yeah, let me know if you spend more than
40 a month.
Or tell me, how much money do you spend a day on your Starbucks or your favorite
has gotten
coffee?
Out of control. I hear they just hired the CEO from Chipotle, and they got rid of their CEO, and they hired the Chipotle. I'm like, well, isn't Chipotle also increasing prices and giving you less food?
I don't know.
That's what I heard, but anyways.
Eric says, yep, Starbucks has to go.
Yeah.
No way on $40 a month. That's barely 4 trips. Yeah. And it's like I said, $40 a month, that's on the low end.
That is on the low end,
Yes.
I think.
If you're a coffee drinker.
If any of you guys are Starbucks fanatics and go more than twice a week, please tell us on average how much you spend.
Like how much do you spend on your particular love for your favorite flavor of coffee? Or the size. What is it? What is the biggest size of coffee at Starbucks?
30.
A what?
30, I think.
See, now you're trying to get all fancy. What's
No,
the one?
that's what it
What's the one I would
is.
know though?
They call
like,
it a Trenta.
but you got the
Oh, they have a tall,
Uh-huh.
a grande,
Okay.
a venti,
Okay.
a train. Oh,
well, the venti is probably
the
the
venti,
$10.
yes, it's like 9
See what I'm
something.
saying? So every day you go get the same coffee. That's more than $40 a
So
week.
I used to do Starbucks, and I was like, my heart just will not allow me to keep spending this. So now I've moved on to Dutch Bros.
Okay.
And the size of a venti at Starbucks is about $9, depending on what you get. But what I was getting was $9. And at Dutch Bros, I pay $5. So I'm saving $4.
Okay, but can you do without coffee, period?
Yeah, I haven't done coffee in like 2 weeks now.
Gotcha. What's on the next?
Oh, no, I'm lying. I just got one the other day, that day that I only got 3 hours of sleep.
Okay.
But outside of that, I have not
That's
been
it.
doing coffee, even at home. So, anyways, Crystal says, I haven't had Starbucks in a month or so. Good job, sissy.
Yeah, Eric says, I bet it's over $100 a month. I bet so too. If you're a
I
coffee
think
drinker
so.
and you go like every day, minus the weekend, I'm pretty sure you're spending over $40 a month.
Yeah. All right. Next one is groceries.
Ooh, them groceries could be expensive now. Boy.
Yeah, and now, because if you're on a tight budget, you don't just randomly buy, right? Maybe you're planning your meals better, so you buy specifically what you need, or you're
Okay.
not buying all the junk and unnecessary things that you're not going to use. Those type of things.
Well, how
I
often do
think.
people go to the grocery store? Is that every 2 weeks or is that a every week?
We go
thing?
every week. We grab grocery, and more because of the like vegetables.
But see, you go every week because
Don't.
you plan for the week.
Totally.
Right.
Yes.
So some people plan for longer than a week.
True.
So then they might buy food
But I
every
still
2
think they
weeks.
go to the grocery store. They may buy some stuff in bulk to last them 2 weeks, but like certain stuff like lettuce.
Right.
We were just talking about lettuce. Like, it goes so fast, but Ron had this bag of lettuce in the fridge, and he thought we had ranch, and we didn't. And so the lettuce was good this whole time, and then we got ranch the other day, and he's like, "Look!" And the lettuce was all it was all wet,
Yeah.
like within that 1 or 2 days.
Right. To be honest, like back in the day, I think people used to go to the grocery store per their paycheck when they get paid.
Yes.
So it
I
used to be
agree.
like every 2 weeks because people normally got paid every 2 weeks.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So then when you go to that grocery store, how much do you spend? On average, they say, what is it? $307
dollars
a month
which I
per
think
person?
is also low, but yeah.
It's a
Oh,
per
is
person.
it per person?
Mhm. In your household,
Oh,
it's
yeah. I have it
$307,
written down.
$307 per
That
person
makes sense.
a month.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, there's certain things that I used to get at the grocery store that I refuse to get now. When I see the price, I'm just like, are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
I refuse to go that
Ron
route.
will, for the life of him, will not buy him a thing of bacon for $8.
No, I
But
won't.
he'll buy him a beer at the sports event we go to for $12.
Priorities are in place. My priorities are in place. Just letting you know. Just like Bluebell ice cream. I love
he
Bluebell. If you
loves
know me, I
Bluebell.
love me some Bluebell ice cream. I am not paying no $8.99 for no bucket of Bluebell.
And he hasn't.
I have not bought no bucket of Bluebell.
My mom used to buy him. Actually, my mom used to
Bought
buy
me some
him.
bacon.
She bought him bacon for Father's Day.
Yes, she did.
And she bought you ice cream too,
Yeah,
for
my
something, maybe your
millennial ice
birthday or
cream,
something.
yes.
She knew the way to his heart because she knew he wouldn't buy it himself.
I won't. Caleb says, yes, groceries. I know groceries are expensive, so you have to, something needs to be cut. You know what I'm saying? The prices are really rising, especially if you have little kids at home.
Yeah.
Boys, as in teenagers, they eat
Yep.
like hawks. I agree.
And
Here's the problem. It will hurt my heart if I know how much that food costs and you wasted it.
yeah, and
like
you
you
see it in
said,
their room just
yeah,
left over.
a full plate.
Yeah. Ron flips his lid.
Yes, but
And like my nephew, he's like a garbage can. He just constantly eating.
yeah,
And I couldn't imagine because it's just me and Ron and our son, but our son doesn't eat a lot. No. And so I couldn't imagine those households that have like little kids who are just constantly eating or need the treats and the snacks and all
or
that.
the young teenagers that are,
teenagers
growing up,
and
to
always
become
eating.
young women or
Yeah.
young men, and they're constantly eating, especially around the summertime. And I'll be honest with you, some of the things that you guys are seeing now in the grocery stores, you might just have to get used to those prices, because as much money as they're making off of people now, they're not going to lower their prices. I don't think so. I think it's going to be just become the norm,
which is sad.
Yeah, so you just got to hope that it levels out versus it continues to rise.
So on average, guys, if you can chime in, on average, how much do you think you spend every time you go to the grocery store?
Every time, yes.
I do the grocery pickup. I hate having to go into the grocery store. And to me, that saves, because when Ron's like, can we go into the grocery store? We totally spend way more.
Yeah, because I get stuff that I don't need, but it looked good in the grocery store.
Right. Hence why you're not allowed. So
what? Wait, what?
So no, and then I'll tell Ron, what do we need? Because I'm a planner, right? What do we need? What do you need for the week? Blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Oh, just this, and that. And then that week he comes home with some grocery bags.
Because I always got to go to Albertsons. Albertsons is right next to the gym. I think about what I need to eat.
Why didn't he do? Okay, the meat I get it because they have like specials and stuff.
Yes.
But you still come home with certain things after the fact. I'm like, why didn't you tell me when I did the grocery?
Mind your business. I don't mind your business.
In the end, I probably can't force say how much our grocery bill is, because Mr. Rando over here goes and does random pickups. But on average, I think per week we spend about $130.
A week?
A week.
Okay.
A week.
Caleb says I have a 10-year-old, and an 8-year-old, and it's incredibly high feeding them. Sure. I agree, because they're at that point, and it's gonna get worse, because once they start really eating, I'll tell you what, man, it's not going to be pretty.
It's going to get worse. Yeah. Good luck with that.
Good luck, Kayla.
Yeah. Okay, next one is Amazon Prime.
This ain't even me, because I don't even mess with Amazon Prime.
I'm an addict to Amazon. Okay, let me school y'all.
Uh-oh.
We used to do Amazon Prime.
She used to do Amazon Prime. Keep going.
Yeah. Okay, Amazon Prime. When they increased their prices, I was like, I'm not paying that. I'm just not. But I shop at Amazon a lot for convenience, because I'm no longer an in-store shopper. Okay, the annual right now for Amazon is $179.
For Amazon Prime?
Just to have Prime, just to be a member of Prime. Okay?
Okay.
That includes free shipping. Supposedly it's receiving your package. It used to be, I thought, within 2 days.
Something like that, right?
Bull. That's BS, because it doesn't do that anymore. And then you get like free movies, but the movies aren't that great on Amazon Prime.
But Amazon Prime has taken over for football on Thursday night tonight.
It's so funny, because last year he was like, oh, there's a game.
Yeah.
And it was like literally the same day that our Amazon stopped. And he was like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, I got rid of Amazon. Man. He was so irked.
Some bull.
Yeah. Okay, so let me give you guys a saving tip. I got rid of Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
If you plan correctly, you can still order your items. And if you do not need them immediately, which to me, the amount of time I was getting my packages on Prime is literally maybe a day or two later without Prime. And I'm now, if you order at least over $35, I believe, $35, then you still can get free shipping.
Yeah, but you got to order over $35.
Right. So if it's something that I don't need right away, I just add stuff to my cart as I know that I want them.
Okay.
And then when I hit $35.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does. Is that what girl math is?
I guess so.
So anyway,
I saved us money, but I spent over $35.
No, because there's times where they're like, spend $23 more to get free shipping, and then I'll go through and I'll look, shipping's only $6.99. Why am I going to spend $23 more dollars when I'll just spend $6.99 for shipping? I've done that. You got to pay attention. Think it out, guys.
Let's go on to the next one.
All right, conserving. What this means is like utilities.
Oh, utilities. Okay.
Yeah, or like gas. Like, okay,
Right. If you're not at your house during the course of the day, everyone's gone. Why do you have your air conditioner on blast the
right,
whole day?
or increase the temperature.
Right.
Right, or turning off lights when you're not in certain areas,
Correct.
unplugging items that you're not currently using.
Yeah. Like on Everyone Hates Chris, that dude said, unplug that clock. You can't tell time when you
When
sleep.
you asleep, oh God, I know that was such a good one.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm going to give you a tip on that. So, we have this thing on our water heater
Mhm.
that keeps our water
Mm.
hot all the time,
Mm.
right? But the guy was like, well, if you like put it on a timer, then you can save electricity. Not really water, right? But the electricity, because it's like constantly running. So I ended up getting a Amazon plug,
Once again from Amazon.
and then I put a timer on it. So at night, right? So like 10, 11 at night to like 4 in the morning, it turns off, and then
Yeah.
it turns on.
But the bad thing is, if you get up and you want to take a shower,
Yeah.
you got to wait 20 minutes for the water to heat up because you're sitting there.
Yeah, like one time, since it like turns off at 10, one time we got home late and we didn't get in the shower till about 11, and it did take a while to get warm, but we
Yes.
still got warm water.
Yeah.
It just took a little bit.
All right. What's
But
next?
anyways,
But yeah,
so
if you're not at home, turn off the lights. Make sure the AC or the heat in the
Mhm.
wintertime is off and so forth.
Oh,
and
I
you'll-
have to tell
you
you
will,
that. So when we first moved into our house, after we were here like the first year or so, you guys, my electric bill in the summer was almost $500.
Mm.
And our gas bill in the winter, almost $500 for like 2 months. And I was like, this is not going to happen. So the year after, did I not? I increase for the summer the temperature, right? So we sit normally at 74, 75.
Sweating
Put a fan on.
in the wintertime, freezing.
And then in the winter, these guys are Ron, poor thing, he is freezing. I'm like, put some clothes on.
I got a hoodie,
Put a heating blanket.
two hoodies on,
And guess what? $240 bill. We're good.
a hoodie, a
It
turtleneck,
definitely dropped.
wool socks, overalls.
One of those like bean bags when you're sick down your pants. Yes, I'm just saying there's ways to conserve.
Why do we sound like we broke?
I mean, I know, and we're so not, but I just don't like to be wasteful. I'm not wasteful.
Okay.
It's not that we're broke. I just, when there's just things you're like, I'm not willing to pay that.
Next.
right.
Streaming services. Now, one thing is if you stream and you find a streaming service that you can get all your bang for your buck, then that's beneficial because we cut cable. We do not have cable.
We haven't had cable in how many years?
Years.
7, 8.
Correct. Everything that we do is on a streaming service or whatever, but it's not. I think we pay for.
We pay for
Netflix.
And we pay
YouTube.
for
We split. Yeah, the YouTube TV,
and that's it.
Correct.
But we do have Amazon. What are they called on each TV?
Oh, Fire Sticks.
Fire Sticks on
every
each TV.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a lot of TVs.
Yeah, and we have streaming services that we get for
yeah.
free. So we watch the same thing that you do, but at a lower cost.
Definitely. And we still get cable channels.
Yes.
We still get
yes.
all of that.
The local channels we get for free, and then we get all the cable channels as well. You just have to do your research and find out on your Fire Stick what will broadcast your cable
what
channels.
all streaming services? I know there's Netflix, there's Amazon Prime, there's
Hulu.
What else?
You have
Disney.
Plus, Paramount, Prime. There's a lot of them.
That's the 5 I can think of.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, YouTube TV.
Yes.
What else is there? I think that's in general the main ones
that people normally invest in. But how much do they spend
On
on
each.
average?
And then these stupid streaming places are also like you can't share your password
Right,
if you're not under
right.
the same IP address and all of these
Correct.
things.
So they say on average, family spends about $552 a year on streaming services. $552. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Right.
On TV.
So what's next?
All right, girls.
Mm.
I need you to chime in. Can you go without getting your hair done or that
Nails or those
nail
lashes.
appointment or your lashes that are in right now?
Well, hold up.
What?
During COVID, I was doing, I had posted a video on Facebook and I said, since the nail spots were shut down, I wanted you girls to show me your nails. It was not pretty. So people were sending me pictures on Facebook of their nails. Oh, it was not good.
Here's a comment.
It was not good. So how much money do you spend on nails
any
and
of these
lashes and
items?
stuff like
So in general, we found, and I think these are kind of low, but it is what it is. Lashes, 75 to 125 every 2 weeks.
that?
Nails, about $80 a month. Hair for men is about $100 per month plus tip.
Let them bald.
And women is $117 plus tip a month.
Yes.
Again, this is not hair color. Well, this is per month. So maybe, right, with women, okay, one appointment I'm getting my hair colored and the next one I just need a trim or whatever. On average, 117 per month. I think that's a low for women, but
yes.
yeah.
And Irena says she can't go without her LMN.
What is that?
Is that the Lifetime whatever network? What is that LMN? I think that is one of those kind of
Is it?
Lifetime channels.
Okay.
I remember.
Like Hallmark, Lifetime.
Yeah, like
one of
Lifetime or
those.
whatever. I think that's what that is. Correct me if I'm wrong.
What if it's like lashes or something?
No, well,
No?
maybe she'll chime in and let us
Okay.
know. But I think that is one of those channels where it's like killer cheerleader mom next door or yeah. Yeah.
So I have to say again, this is where again, it's not like we're broke, but I'm just not willing to spend money. Is I do my own nails.
Okay, but
I no longer go to the salon.
okay. But
And
how
it is-
often do you have to get your nails done? Do you
Every
really
2
have to get
weeks.
them done every 2 weeks?
Well, I don't like the growth. And even when I went to the salon, I would go every 2 weeks because I don't like the growth.
Okay, and what about your lashes? Like people get the lash extensions.
Yep.
Do you have to get that done every
Every
2
2
weeks
weeks.
from $75 to $125 every 2 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
All those lashes you got, if a couple fall out, why do you need to get some more?
I don't know. There's some people at work who do it. Oh, Lifetime Movie Network.
Yes.
Okay.
I told you, killer chili the mom. Well, I knew he was up to something. Killer boyfriend.
Oh my god.
Yes, I love those shows.
So yes, doing my own nails. Initially, it was like expensive, just as expensive as going. But now that I've gotten all the things that I need, now every so often I'll just like, or season, I'll be like, okay, I want some fall colors, or I ran out of this. So now it's so much cheaper, and I kind of enjoy doing it. When I first started, I had nails popping off every other day. You
Okay.
remember that? Ron's like, you're always doing your nails. I'm like, because these things are falling off. Now my set lasts 2,
Right.
3, 4 weeks.
So if you do get your nails done, the young ladies that are on here, how much do you spend every time that you go to a nail salon? I'm just curious.
I
How
was
much do you
spending $150 a month. That included my nails for the
Mhm.
month, a fill,
Okay.
and then one pedicure. So I do my feet for 1 month and then my nails twice a month.
Okay.
And that was $150.
So if you're looking at 150 so far,
Mm-hmm.
if you're putting your business out there, 150 a month on your nails,
Mm-hmm.
$200 on the house cleaner,
Yeah.
$40 a month on some coffee.
Yeah.
Okay.
See,
What
I'm
else?
saving you money,
You
babe.
ain't saving me nothing. Let's
Aren't I
go.
a great wife?
Whatever.
I am saving.
Arena says, for me, no fake lashes. I cut and color my own hair. I just get manicures and pedicures. And how much do you pay, if you don't mind me asking,
Yeah.
Arena, how much do you pay for your manicures and pedicures?
Yes.
A month or every 2 weeks? Or how often do you
How
go and
often,
how much do
yeah.
you pay for it?
All right.
All right.
Next one is
Eating
eating out.
out.
This is always a
Ooh.
big one.
Yes. I used to love to eat out. Well, I love to eat out. Every Friday, years ago, every Friday, we used to go to Wingstop to get the wings every
was so
Friday.
over it, but these people wanted Wingstop every Friday.
Yes. It used to be fuego every Friday. And then
That was
after
when
that,
Wingstop was good.
right. But then after that, we still, it was movie night and go out
on
night
Fridays,
every Friday.
We would do date
go,
nights
yeah,
on certain Fridays.
every Friday.
Or Fridays is our day to, like, you don't want to cook that night because it's the end of the week. And
yeah, Friday. Well, the weekends period. Let's be honest. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we did not cook. We normally went out or grabbed something to eat Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Arena says every 2 weeks it's $120. God.
And that's a mani and pedi. I was getting my fills, my nails.
I need to get into that business.
I agree.
Yeah, so every Friday and the weekends we used to go out and grab something to eat.
But now we either don't, or I've been doing like a Costco run and getting easy snacks that Zaylin or Ron can just cook up, right? Like pho or burritos or pizzas, simple things, because then we're saving. And because nowadays where did we go that other day with Crystal and Pat? And Outback.
We went to Outback.
And I had a small pasta. It was a shrimp pasta.
Right.
And what did you eat? Oh, you had a little measly piece of chicken with veggies and like a mashed potato or something, something. And our bill was what? Like
$75.
Ridiculous for that. Yeah. Just that. Yeah. All right. Belen says, I color my own hair and I do my nails at home, not paying those prices on a regular basis. However, I did treat myself and Amanda to a mani-pedi this week. I'm a tight ass.
Okay, that's
fine
to do. Yeah, you should do that. As long as it's not a habit you can afford it. I'm not going to say it's a habit. If you can afford to do it, so be it. But if you cut back,
if you're trying to watch your expenses, those are the things that you maybe cut back. And then you do it for special occasions, right?
Or every now and then, you want to go,
or
get your nails did
your
professionally.
Feet are barking.
Yeah, you want to rub some of that Epsom salt on it, and you don't want to rub no sea salt from the house. Then you can just go ahead and get your
the salon.
Yeah,
yeah.
Get your dog groomed. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But what were we at?
Next one. Oh,
the eating out part.
Yeah. So on the eating out, per year on average, people spend $3,639. That's a lot. But as of now, though, it's not that much. With the prices now, that's probably like, you probably used to go out 5 times a week.
Who goes out to eat 5 times a week?
I'm just saying, like, people will grab a breakfast burrito and then your Friday and then a quick one on a Saturday, or you know what I'm saying? Okay, 3? Yeah, maybe that's a lot. Okay, 3 meals. Now, I think, I just don't think that's high enough.
It's $10 at least for each. It's over $10 for each meal normally. Because even breakfast is expensive nowadays. You know what I mean? Lunch, you're going to spend over $10 unless you
You go to Burger King. More like $20.
Yeah, Burger King, the Whopper and everything right now is almost $8-9 just for a combo meal. You know what I mean? So every time you go out, you at least going to pay about $10 for each of those meals.
We used to go to, like, say, Wendy's, and for 2 of us, we would spend $18, and now it was like $30.
Yeah. The
Right?
last one, the shocker, was when we went to Red Lobster. Red Lobster used to have that platter meal
For
for
$45.
$20. It was 20
No.
something dollars for
I
the
don't
platter
remember
meal.
it ever being that low.
For the captain's meal or
Mhm.
whatever at Red Lobster used to be like 20 something dollars.
Oh, yes.
Now it's 40 something dollars
Sorry,
for the
yes,
for
you're
the meal.
correct. I
Yes.
got mine mixed up. You're correct.
Arena says she spends too much money on Amazon.
Girl, who you telling? I gotta hide boxes. Ron's like, if the doorbell rings, Ron's like, you might as well get it. It's probably Amazon.
It ain't for me. I know that. But yeah, the price of going out nowadays, especially when you got a young family, is expensive.
I know, especially when the boys go with us. Shoosh, that's a whole nother
It
story.
is not good.
Yeah. So
Caleb says, I don't eat out at all except if I have to because of my wife or church friends. But for just me, not at all. Okay. And family eating out, that's like once a month.
Good job.
Good on you. So that means you cook. And that's why your groceries are expensive.
Oh,
because
that's
you
true.
Do cook a lot.
That is true,
Yeah.
right? It's like a give and take, but you're still saving more money,
Yes.
Caleb, by doing the grocery store and eating at home. I'll tell you that much.
Yes,
so
yes.
You have the right mindset, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just saying. We used to be way better, and we kind of got lazy, and we're trying to get back to not being lazy, right?
Next, we're talking.
Why are you cutting me off? He said, yes, I cook a lot.
Yes.
All right, next one.
Clothes and shoes. What?
Do y'all spend a lot on clothes and shoes? We're not shoppers.
I am so turned off by
going shopping and looking.
Like the mall. We have a mall right down the street. I've probably been to the mall
twice in
the last year, maybe. And not because I wanted to go, it's because I had to go for something. Yeah, I had to go for something. But I do not go to the mall. I don't go shopping. If I do shop, it's online. And I'll be honest with you, outside of the name brand stuff that I already have, it's normally from like Shein or Temu or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if I have something that I'm going to wear, since I'm not out in the streets like that, it's normally like to work or something like that. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
And me, I prefer like Marshalls and all of those places, but I still just, since COVID, I just don't have the desire to go shopping anymore. Like I used to. I used to enjoy it, and now I don't.
Yeah. Caleb says most men don't like shopping at all. It's not that I don't really like shopping. It's when I do need something,
you never find it.
Well, I know what I need.
Oh, so
I'm not going shopping. Yeah, I'm just going there to get what I need, and then I'm coming out.
Yeah, but women like to just browse
and I'm not,
see what they find.
I'm not trying to browse at nothing.
I'm going to do that this weekend because I need to shop.
Yeah, I'm not trying to browse at anything. So when it comes to your clothing expenses, especially now that school has started,
you could get non-name brand. You could, instead of getting 3 pairs of shoes, get one and a half.
But what we were saying, when it comes to these kids nowadays, name brand, you have to get these name brand shoes.
They're all about the labels.
Yeah, I'll tell you this, and I think I said this before. When I went into the mall a couple of years ago or last year, whenever it was, and I was just browsing, and I saw these Jordans, and I have like one pair of Jordans in my closet or whatever. And I had seen these Jordans that were on the shelf, and I said, "Well, how much are these shoes?"
Oh God!
And that kid said to me,
tells a story.
"Yeah," he was like, "Hey,
he didn't even blink.
Not twice. I could let him go for like $4." I said, "$4? Like $4 what?" And he said, $400 for some shoes. No, play. I'll put them joints right back on the shelf and I'm out, son. If they're not on clearance for me, like 65, 75,
80
I say no, under $100, I'm good. But I've seen a lot of shoes that look good, like 150, 180. Nah, that ain't me. And I'm just curious for the guys that are on here right now, or anyone on here right now, what's the most that you have spent on a pair of shoes? Or what's the most that you are willing to spend on a pair of shoes? No matter if it's workout shoes, no matter if it's work shoes or whatever. What's the most that you are willing to
Casual.
spend on a pair of shoes? Arena says JCPenney's and Kohl's are my go-tos.
See, and I feel like even those are pricey, especially Kohl's. I feel like their prices are kind of outrageous. He made me tight, guys. It's all him. I was not this tight before I got with you.
What?
Yes.
Me?
You have made me tight.
I ain't made you
I
nothing.
blame you.
You can get whatever it is that you want to
I
get.
know I can, but I'm like more watchful now.
Because I don't do it. And just because
Correct.
I don't
So
do
then
it don't
the
mean that you don't have
guilt
to do
sets
it.
in when I'm like, well, gosh, he never buys him anything, and here I am spending.
I buy what I know I want to have. If I want it, I'll go get it. But I don't get it too often because I don't need it. You see what I'm saying?
I'm about to put him out here, but
Caleb, don't you do that.
Yeah.
Caleb says he spends about $80 and it says
good.
that's once in 7 months. Okay.
oh, okay.
All right. But is that how much you are willing to spend? You're only willing to spend about $80 on a pair of shoes?
Shoes.
Yeah. What's the max that you are willing to spend on a pair of shoes? But like I said, when I looked down on some of these like Nikes and
Ron walks
Adidas is
away
like
like,
$100
nope.
and something dollars. Yeah, he says max $80. Cool.
There you go. And you can find decent ones.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of shoes.
You're not barefoot. I'm cheap.
And me too. Like I said, when I look on Adidas and I have some name brand shoes and whatnot, I will spend at least like $70, $80 on some shoes that are on clearance or on sale. That's just me. And
I
I'm
think-
rocking the same ones that everybody else is rocking.
Yeah. I definitely think because we'll go shopping when we go visit his parents in Texas, but we will look for the bargain shopping
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm not $100 for some shoes. Nah, not me. Arena says she won't spend over $100, and I'm with you.
Mhm.
I think I would buy her some shoes that are over
Quick,
$100.
and I would
but
buy him quick.
Yeah, but I won't spend
About
over
on
$100 on
yourself.
myself.
I know,
Yeah.
isn't that funny?
Not happening.
Why?
Because I just can't see myself for what I do walking around with some
I
shoes that's
know,
over
but you
$100
will
something
spend that
dollars.
on me really quick.
Yeah, because I want you to look nice.
And you don't want yourself to look nice.
I look nice regardless.
You make the clothes, right, babe?
There you
Is
go.
that what
Speak
you're
on
trying to
it.
say?
Speak on it.
You're dumb.
What's next?
All right, next one.
Hobbies. What type of hobbies?
Anything.
Like
right?
golfing.
If you're in golfing, that's definitely riders. Does the golfing fees go out the window?
Yeah. Eric Ryder gonna have to stop golfing because those golfing fees are expensive. Oh, where are we at? Let's see who is on the line. What is up? You are Ron and Angela. Who we talking to? Hello. Uh-oh, you got an echo.
It's the one and only Mike D.
Okay. What is going on, Squares?
Oh, tell him to turn down.
You got to turn down your live
podcast.
because you have an echo.
Yeah, there's an echo. Turn that down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
No, what you got? What you
I don't
got?
really know how to do all that, but
Hey, we're learning too.
it's still echoing.
No, you're good.
No, you're good. Oh, it is.
No, you still echoing.
So all I'm saying is I'm not cutting nothing. I'm cutting everything.
Well, who gonna cut something in, Mike? Who gonna cut? Oh, he had to hang up. I guess he dropped the call. Call back if you can, Squares.
Yeah. Or we'll call you back.
Yes.
That's how good a husband talks to his wife. Aw.
What's that? Where you at? Where you at?
How a good husband talks to his wife.
That's it right there. I'll tell you what. Yeah, but when it comes down to it, when it comes to closing shoes or hobbies, is what we're on right now. Individuals in the golfing fees could be like
Golfing.
$100 for
Men-
green fees.
Men could be like into like building stuff and they're always getting like tools, right?
Yes.
Women could be like doing crafts and things and they just need to like not go and purchase so much things. God, there could be so many things. People could people like to go to like the racetracks to race.
Okay.
That's expensive. When we went with Hennessy, sheesh. I was like, is this really what it costs just to drive a car
Just to
for like
drive a
4
car?
laps?
That's it.
It was
$20,
pricey.
$30 a person just
Yeah.
to go across, to drive on what is it, go-karts, the fast go-karts or whatnot, indoor track.
Yes.
Yeah, so hobbies can be expensive. Just
They
depends
can.
on what you are involved in. And it can save a lot of money if you try to cut back on some of those hobbies.
Yes. Next one, you can speak on this.
Bars and breweries. We are not cutting that, boy. That's mandatory bro time. You go watch the game, you get you some wings at B-Dubs or whatnot. No, can't cut that.
There he is.
Let's see what we got. What up, Mike V?
All right, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Nah,
there
I
you
had to
are.
cut some things off.
You good. Speak on it. You say you ain't cutting nothing.
Nothing. Not one thing. NFL Network, paid in full.
But Mike V, that NFL Network is $14.99, which comes up to about $99, $100 for the season, and it's not even a whole year. Why can't you sacrifice that NFL Network?
Actually, it's $4.99 a year, but because it's $99 a month.
No,
What?
are you serious, Mike?
Yeah, it's not $14. It's
What
literally
quote did you get?
$499. No, it's $499 a month. I mean a year. I'm sorry, not a month, a year.
Oh my God!
But
I
you
almost
can
flipped
make
out.
payments. You can make payments of $99 a month for about 4 or 5 months is what it is. But
Oh, got
I
it.
only know this because when I moved to the United States, that's what I was paying.
Oh.
But that ain't getting cut. Like somebody ain't getting no shoes. You ain't getting no. I mean, we gonna go and produce school lunch, everything. But we getting the NFL Network.
We see where your priorities is at. And my question is, and I know you are a Lions fan, but outside of the Lions, do you really use your NFL Network? Do you really watch all of those games?
Yes. So my wife will tell you I'm a diehard NFL fan. I love college football too, but I'm a diehard NFL fan, and I don't miss the Lions for anything. I mean, when I say anything, I mean it's like we don't travel, we don't do anything. Travel is off limits from August until February. Okay? And if we just happen to make the playoffs, we going into March and April. So
Wow.
It's a real thing for me. So I am that committed to the team. Hey, love my wife, but she also knows, if I can get that Super Bowl, that's something.
Well, you said if you could get
Priorities.
it, yeah. Mike, you act like you're a part of the organization over there, bruh.
I should be. I've been waiting on them. I actually been waiting on them to hire me for the last 10 years, but they won't give me a call.
I'm gonna tag this video, bro.
It could be the Facebook comment. So
I'm gonna tag them in this video, bro, and hopefully they will listen and put you on the staff, man. Hopefully they'll listen and put you on the staff, bro.
yeah, but to y'all's point about cutting this and cutting that, there are a lot of things I think you can cut. I mean, I think we're living in somewhat of a difficult time, but I also will tell anybody, I don't know that the economy and everything is as bad as people think it is.
Right.
Right? I mean, we're in a situation where dual income type families, or families, I would say, with multiple streams of income, are not concerned about the price of gas and the price of rent. They're just not.
Right.
Right? But there are a lot of people out there
Yes.
who still are. Again, I use myself as a good example. Single income family, right? As an E8 and in the military, I'm not struggling, but there are days when I kind of scratch my head, like, wow, it really costs $280 for you to spray the back of my air conditioner with a water hose.
Right.
you know, and these are some of the things that I kind of look at. So yeah, there are some areas I've cut back. I will tell you, and being completely honest, the one thing I've cut back on, I am a avid sports memorabilia collector, helmets, autographs, all that.
Okay.
I have not purchased a football card in almost 4 months, and I'm hurting right now because every time I log in, I'm like, ooh, that's nice.
But you know what? If that's something something as simple as that you need to cut to provide
Even
for other
temporarily.
things or put towards other things, then that is a good thing that you can sacrifice. Because you know, when you look at the long run, those things are going to be there. You see what I'm saying? No matter if you buy them now or you buy them later on, no matter what the value is, they will be there.
Absolutely. And again, my other things that I'm paying for, you know, we're trying to get my daughter to a concert and things like that. And as much as I would like to buy, like I said, there's some cars out there that I'm just like, oh man, I could really go in and just buy this card. But I'm willing to sacrifice certain things. And to kind of give you a little bit more context, I read a Barry Sanders 1-of-1 card I sold for $1,300.
Oh,
it hurt for me to get rid of that card, but it was something I needed to do because, you know, financially, I know there were other things that I wanted to buy and other things I needed to pay for that were way more important. So, look, I get it. At the end of the day, it is somewhat of a struggle out there, and I would only tell people you really have to sit back and look at what can you actually sacrifice.
Right.
And you know, NFL Network's not one of them for me.
Hey, we all have choices.
Well, you stuck on an NFL Network, boy.
Yeah, my bourbon can't be sacrificed because I need the bourbon to actually watch NFL Network because it gets me through my Lions game. It literally prevents me from destroying the house I purchased. Okay. So
breaking the
there's
TV.
a sacrifice on all ends with what I'm saying at the end of the day. So, but yeah, that's really it at the end of the day. I understand. I get it. There's sacrifices on all fronts.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. And we appreciate you calling in and letting the world know that you were the biggest Detroit Lions fan and you refuse to sacrifice your NFL Network and your bourbon.
It is not happening. Y'all have a good night.
All right, you too. Thanks for calling in, bro.
Take it easy.
We thank Mike B for calling in. He says, like he said,
nope.
That's it.
He said, pick something else.
Right. Yes. So we're on the bars and breweries. I'm a bar brewery type person. I meet the fellas. We break bread. We just discuss things and so forth. But that bar and those breweries, they get kind of expensive.
They add up.
Brent George Bruntfield says craft beers and cocktails. Yeah, there's nothing better than to go to a sports bar or whatever with your boys or your girls or whatever you got to do and have you a nice beer or a cocktail and just lounge. You know what I mean? However, the price of those beers and these cocktails have gotten ridiculous.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Speak on it.
All right. So alcohol in general, beer in general, on average, can range from $7 to $15 based on where you're at, right?
Yes.
Restaurant to sporting event, $7 to $15 for a beer. A beer. Before you could buy what for a 6-pack of beer?
Used to be under $10 for sure.
I know in Vegas, these guys will spend for a bucket. What was it? $45?
Yeah, we had a minimum. I think it's like 6 beers was like $130 or something like that.
For how many beers?
6 beers.
That's ridiculous.
Hey, it's Vegas.
Carry the one. That's a no.
But the deal is, and it's the same. Here, you go out to a bar, restaurant. We got like 1,000 breweries here in Albuquerque. Yeah. They're spending at least from $5 to $8 for one beer. And if I go to a sporting event, like I went to Fight Night the other night, and I think it was like I think I paid $10 for these beers, $10 each. I spent $20 on these beers. However, at the football games and the basketball games, they're like $19 a beer, like $22, and I will buy me a $19 beer.
All right, next is wine. On average, a glass of wine can be between $15 to $20.
I
And
don't
the
drink
thing
wine.
is, with wine, you have this big glass and they only fill the bottom part,
Yeah.
like 1/4 of the way. That would piss me off.
You're buying some air.
Yeah.
Arena says we like cocktails and outdoor patios. My husband likes his old fashions, and I like a glass of wine. We usually go out once a week for date night.
Good job.
We went to a restaurant before we went to this Kevin Hart concert,
Yeah.
and we went to this restaurant, and they said the special was the old fashions.
Yeah.
Cool. Had one old fashioned, tastes pretty good. Ordered another one. They were $20 per old fashioned. So I spent
And they
$40.
come in a small glass.
all ice, a little bit of old fashioned.
Yeah.
I spent $40 for 2 drinks of this old fashioned.
That's your fault for not asking what the price was.
I didn't, I'm balling. I don't need to ask what the price is. If you got to ask what the price is, you can't afford it. You don't need to be drinking it. That's what my father used to tell me. If you got to ask the price, you can't afford it.
Yeah.
Mike says drink Natty Light or Pabst Blue Ribbon. Hey, Pabst Blue Ribbon was on the comeback, bro. I'll tell you what. They got them at the grocery store. You get you a 6-pack for like $5. $2 beers and dogs this time. Oh yeah, in Vegas they got those two. Well,
they?
I don't know if it's $2 beer and dog, but I know it's yes around that.
Costco,
around that way.
noticing. And then he says, catch a good
Happy
happy hour.
hour, yes.
I agree. So nowadays, that's when you have to do is when you know the discounts are coming in.
So also down the street, we have a restaurant. It's called what's the Mexican restaurant down the street on Coors? Mariscos. On Coors.
Uh-huh.
It's not Mariscos. It's right before Mariscos. It's right there across the street from what do you call it? Wendy's. Sobre Mesa. It's called Sobre Mesa, and they have old fashions for $5 between this time and this time. Happy hour, $5 old fashions.
And are they good?
They're okay. You might have to drink like 3 or 4 of them, but yeah, $5.
Yeah.
Yes, so I like that.
All right. Arena says, tip, take out the big ice after the drink is served so it won't get watered down. But then he'd really be pissed because then he'd see they only served
me this little sip. I just got a Kona or something. What's next? Let's speed this up.
Okay, and then mixed drinks, $10 to $20. I am not a drinker, but if I go out, I'm a mixed drink person. At least $15.
$15
in general.
Yes.
And Ron's like, dang.
Yeah, so for us to have a drink, if we have more than one drink, we spend at least $60, $70 on drinks alone. Yes.
All right. Next one, sports for kids.
If your kids, like you have young kids now and they're in youth sports will cost you, they say on an average, up to $883 a year. And that's not traveling youth sports. That's just regular youth sports. Yes. Regular youth sports, which is about $74 per child a month. Yeah.
That's way more expensive than what they were back in the day.
Back in the days, I think you paid like $80 max and that covered everything.
Yeah, it covered the uniform,
your mouthpiece, your water jug, water bottle, blah, blah, blah.
Now you have to pay that just to be in it. And you still have to pay for like your uniform and all the traveling or any traveling and all of it. It's crazy.
Yes.
All right. Next, travel. Sorry. Just like Mike says during football, you there's no traveling. Well, when you're broke, there's no traveling.
The only traveling Mike family going to is the local park. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't bother that man while he watching his sport. You ain't going nowhere.
Sometimes when people just are financially stripped, that's what gets cut, right? We can't afford to go traveling.
In the youth sports, Mike also said it's okay. He will sacrifice his NFL for his kids. He says pretty much the kids are worth it when it comes to the sports.
So wait, price wise, or does that mean if the kids have a game and one of your teams is playing?
Don't put that man in that situation.
Make the choice.
Don't make him say that on live on this live, because his wife gonna be like, "Hey, you said this that one day."
Choose carefully.
Yeah.
Arena says, "Got a scoot. It's been fun. Have a
Yeah.
fabulous night."
Thank you, Arena, for joining us
Thank
tonight.
you.
and
We're
your-
almost
for your
done, too.
feedback.
All right. Another one is jewelry. People they like jewelry, even if it's like little dainty things or maybe not so expensive. But when you're on a tight budget, guess what? I have
Yeah.
enough for now.
I've
Don't
never,
get it twisted.
yeah, I've never been a jewelry person, so
No,
I'm not in this
I
category.
like jewelry, but I'm more of a cheapy jewelry person.
Mhm.
And then
We
we
kinda
have
covered
cigarette.
alcohol,
I know
yeah.
cigarettes or e-cigs or even
Yeah, so smoking nowadays is expensive. I'll be honest with you. Back in the days, I used to smoke. I used to burn one, but I wasn't a smoker like that. I used to smoke, during the smoke break and stuff like that. And they were like $4 a pack
that's
of
what I
cigarettes
remember.
back
Like
in the day.
$3.80 something. I
Yeah.
remember.
When it went from $4 to like $7 in the year 2000, I quit smoking. Period. I just did not smoke. Once that clock struck 12, it was kind of a wrap.
So what do they cost in general nowadays?
I can't see that. What do you got?
Okay. So one pack per day will cost you $309 a month.
If you smoke one pack a day for a month, that's $309 in 1 month.
And for the year is $3,869.
For smoking.
I would rather get my coffee for $480.
What are we talking about? We're talking about smoking.
I know.
We're
But
talking about smoking.
for that much.
In 2024, we're talking about smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
And that's not even including, like, here in New Mexico, weed is legal. So that's not including how much money you spend down there at the dispensary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree.
Bruh.
All right. Mike says that's the great thing. I can put NFL on my phone.
he watching the kids and like, God.
It's called multitasking, Mike. I got you. Oh, that's so funny. He said, yeah, priorities.
Yeah.
I got you. I can multitask.
I'm with you. Sometimes I'll be at the store like looking at my phone too, trying to watch the game.
Before, when we used to go to the store, he would totally be with his phone.
With my phone watching the game, especially college.
Pushing the cart and using the handle of the cart for the thing.
Especially college. I'm a Texas Longhorns fan, so Longhorns is on. I'm all up in my phone watching the game. But yeah, when it comes to expenses and things that you need to cut nowadays, on a serious note, individuals do look at the inflation and kind of put themselves in a situation where they didn't budget per what they are involved in. So that can put you in a financial situation to the point where you need to talk to your significant other for cutbacks. The thing is, when you look at what needs to be cut back, you got to separate your wants from your needs.
Very much.
Sometimes you might want to do A, B, C, and D. A lot of us want to take trips. We want to get that NFL network. We want to, get our nails did or go to the coffee spot.
Yeah.
But that's a want. What I need to do is turn the AC on, or I need to provide by buying groceries and this, that, and the other. So you just have to determine in your family household structure, what is the difference between a want and a need, and sacrifice some of those wants for something that you really need.
Yes.
Well, as Caleb says, I don't smoke and I don't drink, but every person has a guilty pleasure and they feel like they can't cut. I agree. And like I said at the beginning of the podcast, every person is different. What you might think is a need for you, I might think that's just a want.
But also, too, you can't be like, okay, well, this is, say, the NFL ticket thing. Like, well, this is what I want, but then not willing to sacrifice somewhere else. I get it if you're wanting to keep this thing that's really important to you, but where else can you find to cut because you're not willing to cut that?
Yeah, it's a give and take. If I'm getting this, then I have to give up this. You know what I mean? So you, in your relationship, you just have to figure out what it is that you are willing to sacrifice. And the best thing about it is you probably want to sit down and come up with a list of things and determine what's the importance within your relationship and how far you can go with what you are saying that you actually need.
Right.
And do you actually need
Do
what you
you
think you need,
Yeah.
or is it just a want?
Yes.
What we got? 2 comments?
Yes. So when I was younger, it was expensive cars,
Mhm.
but now I'm older, that's no longer a thing for me.
That's right.
That's Caleb. And then Mike says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Wait a minute.
I can deal without AC,
Ooh.
but Detroit Lions, hell no! I will have 82 fans going."
Okay. That's important to you, and your
Yes.
wife knows that's important to you. So
Mhm.
I get it. I get it. That's your thing. It is known that's your thing. So
So-
everything else would have to revolve around within the football season.
So, babe, I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you have anything if we were like, you know what, we need to save here or there, that you're like, I'm not giving up this and I'll give up anything else or cut back?
I'm gonna say no. There's not anything that I'm not willing to sacrifice.
Uh-huh.
But if I was to be involved in something and I had to keep something, it would probably be my gym membership because I'm into fitness.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't think for what I want to do as far as fitness wise, even though we do have a gym in the
Here.
garage, I don't think that I can achieve the goals that I want to achieve at home.
Okay.
So
valid.
anything else you could take
The
away
good
from
thing
me.
is you can spin that as that's my health.
Yes. So anything else you could take away from me, I'm not really
Too
attached
concerned.
to anything. My Vikings, they suck, so it's not the NFL network. My Longhorns, they do what they do, so it's not football. I have a putting green in the backyard, so if I want to go out there and putt, I can do whatever I got to do out in the back. So I'm not really stuck on anything that I have to have right now.
Okay.
What about yourself?
No idea.
Yeah, you need that makeup
What do you mean?
because you always have your makeup. I always see you get like mascara or something like that,
Mhm.
right? Because you could do your own nails,
Correct?
right? But do you think you can go without makeup or get your hair did?
No.
Oh, there you go. You can't go
I mean,
without doing your hair.
let me rephrase that. I would be like Arena, or Belen. If I had to, I would just color my own hair with box color if I had to. So I'm not going to go without coloring my hair, but that's just going to look different. It's just going to be me doing it at home,
That'll
just like
be-
my nails, doing it at home. I can't go without my nails because I like my nails because I have midget hands. They're small. So the nails make me feel like they're longer. And so I still have them. I just do them myself.
Well, the midget she's from Artesia, New
Oh
Mexico.
my God.
All right, that's our that is our time for today, man. We really appreciate every single one of you guys for chiming in. Thank you, Mike, for calling in. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? We
thanks,
always
Mike.
love to hear individuals' voices and their perspective, no matter if you call in or chime in, but we really
We
appreciate
like
you
the
for
interaction.
calling in.
We don't always want to have to interact, just us two.
Yes. So we appreciate you guys for doing that.
Yeah.
The weekend is coming up this Thursday. Just make sure you guys have a safe weekend. Mike, your team football should be on this weekend, so make sure you enjoy your NFL ticket.
Does
But-
it start this weekend?
Well, they have preseason
Already?
next
Oh.
weekend. Next week is I think college starts next weekend. So thank you guys for chiming in. Until next time, I am Ron.
I'm Angela.
We're Child of Opinion. We'll holler at you next week.
Peace.
Yes.